If we have everybody here, then I guess we'll get started. My name is Donnie Lewis. I've been working in blockchain for quite some time, and this is the VIRIDIS Cluster 4.0's Step 0 into blockchain. So we're just getting started with how we're going to operate and do things. We're going to have Anne Christine or Ini here with us doing everything, going through it step by step. And we've got Sophia that'll be in the chat to answer any questions that anyone has. She's fantastic. You want to say hi, Sophia?
Hi, everybody. Quite looking forward to work with you. So if you have any questions through the chat, you can just drop it in there and I will try to answer. But we're also going to have a Q&A at the end of this whole pitch. So if you have questions you want to ask personally, just wait till the end. Hold on tight.
And for those of you that maybe don't know what VIRIDIS is, this is a brief introduction from the people that are actually involved in VIRIDIS. And I think it gives a good explanation of who we are, what we're trying to do from the people actually doing the things, which is an important aspect.
I understand the VIRIDIS cluster being a really multi-level, multifunctional ecosystem.
VIRIDIS steht für Nachhaltigkeit, ja, und die baut auf Nachhaltigkeit, auf Green Tech.
People with ideas that need some structure and need some capital in order to make those ideas become realities.
We have Johannes, he's a researcher, and he had some research on the ISS for microalgae, and he came to us and said, hey, I want to build some new photobioreactor. He had quite good knowledge in the biology, but there was missing technical expertise, so we gave him some engineers, some IT guys and coders, and with our help he created a ready product.
Let us talk and see what can happen, what works together. And by this way you can find really nice partners for the future if you are open, discussing your position, what you are thinking, and by this way to find a match.
I believe our structure offers the best base for the innovation and scalable technologies to develop them and also bring them to life.
So here we are. I don't know where everybody is in their Web3 journey or in their ideas of what Web3 is or blockchain technology. So we're starting at step 0. It's always the best place to start is from the very beginning. And the best way to go about doing that, I think, is really to look at what these things were. Like, how did everything get started? So we started with Web 2, the very simple, the very basic, the static, the read-only pages that you really couldn't do anything, you couldn't interact with them. And the next step was we got to interact. We have social media, we have Netflix, we have all of the other things that go along with it. And what is Web3? Web3 is ownership of these things. That is one of the basic tenets of what blockchain is. It gives someone ownership. It gives you transparency to this ownership, and it gives you security. And those are things that you just simply cannot get in Web 2. And that's why we are transitioning things into a Web 3 world and a Web 3 universe for all of us to participate in and be a community within. So if we go to the next slide, please. The community, that's a DAO, a decentralized autonomous organization. But you can think of it as a Genossenschaft or a cooperative association that we're working with in order to collect everybody, secure everything, and keep everything transparent, right? That's as simple as it gets. The point of it is to be able to open up not only for who we are and how we're doing it inside of a cluster, but to open up ownership and a stake for other people to come in and participate in what we're doing and what we're building. We don't want anything to be so closed that people don't have their own ownership and their own stake and their own voice and how things are being run, how things are going. There's beautiful beauty in the mind of the masses and the group and the structure of people that care. So we want to open everything up to those voices and to everyone else. And this type of DAO structure or Genossenschaft structure allows us to have that with everybody having their own stake. I'm going to go to the next one. And now we're going to get to the, how do we get involved? How do you do that? How do you start a DAO? How do you set up a DAO? How do you participate in one? And because it's Web3, that's going to require wallets, crypto wallets. It is going to require us to learn how to use a little bit of security within the crypto ecosystem and what that really means, why it's necessary, because crypto is secure, but you're responsible for that security. You actually own it, so everything belongs to you, and you need to know how to secure yourself and your assets. And the next thing that we'll look into is a couple of extra steps that you can take to just make sure, like Wallet Guard is what we're going to be using, but it will help us to see those contracts before we sign them. It runs a quick test, make sure that it's not anything malicious. You can think of it kind of like a virus scanner for smart contracts and Web3 interactions. And that's where we're going to be. We'll go to the next slide. To get your NFT. And an NFT is just a non-fungible token. That means it is a contract that is on the blockchain. We represent them normally with an image, any image you want, doesn't matter, but it's the contract, it's the data that's inside it that makes the difference. And you can make them into anything you want. For us, we will be using them as a representation of the security tokens of VIRIDIS DAO. So that is what we want to be able to deliver to you. For today, we will be using a different DAO that is set up for us to be able to participate in launching our whole program to the rest of the world. And it gives us our membership into another DAO that lets us have that access to their platform. And that's why you want to have these open memberships to people, for people, so that you can join. And at the end of this, we'll have an NFT to look at. And if you want to get your own VIRIDIS NFT, then you'll be able to contact me later. Anytime, send me an email. We'll set up a call if you need some help getting through things, or you can ask some questions after. But for now, we're going to go through the practical part. So let's do this whole process over. Let's get a new MetaMask and the extension for you. So we're going to go to MetaMask. You're going to learn a lot of fun things with this. And you want to download for Chrome right there underneath Crypto Wallet Gateway Blockchain Apps. All right, there.
Yes.
You have to do all of these things. And of course, you have your pen and paper ready, right?
Yes.
Our Web3 pen and paper necessity. High tech and low tech.
Yes, then it's strong. Nice. Okay, getting a new one.
We are. And at this point, maybe it's already a good idea to stop sharing your screen and keep this private. And I'll help walk you through if you have any questions with what's going on or if you should sign. But it should be fairly self-explanatory. You're taking down your private keys, your password for your private keys that you're going to keep on your lovely pieces of paper, stored secretly.
Not shared on
Anything,
on any clouds. You're a really good teacher, you know.
Why, thank you very much. I've never heard that before.
Maybe there weren't so many situations you could have been told. That's true. Right.
When you're past that point where nobody is ever going to be able to see these and you're ready to install that extension, let's go ahead and do that.
Just to fill in the last words.
Mm-hmm.
Again. Right. Oh, that worked.
Lovely.
So now I'm really into it. My second in 2 weeks. Works for me.
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay, so we're good with this. Now we want to get this extension into it. You have the extension already logged in, I see. Go over to the extensions, the little puzzle piece over in the top right up there.
Ah, yes.
Yep, click that. Select it, please.
Yes, because we always do it
There's
up
your
there.
new account. Okay. Beautiful, lovely wallet setup. So here is our new wallet, as you can see. She's got a wallet address. Everything is set up. It's beautiful. It's lovely. And now what can you do with it? Well, this is, you can receive your NFTs in it. You can receive tokens in it. You could connect it to an exchange, but we're not going to worry about that because what we're doing in the VIRIDIS DAO is actually going to be supplying you with them. And we'll be supplying also a different wallet, but this is just to get started. So what can we do? Let's get our first NFT, our first non-fungible token. So I would like for you to open a new tab and go to a site called letsgrow.network. And we're going to go ahead and click on that link to get that manifesto NFT.
So what you guys are doing right now is you're joining a new DAO, which is amazing.
Woo!
Super cool. And in order to join a DAO, you join a new community. So Donnie is going to tell us something about which community we're actually joining. What is Let's Grow?
Let's Grow DAO is just like what this manifesto says. It is a DAO built to grow the refi and regen movement in any way possible. So if you're somebody that likes, I don't know, say green tech, you're probably going to agree with all of the things in their manifesto. What they're talking about is simply green tech, refi, how to be able to promote regeneration of our planet in any way. So Let's Grow DAO actually does support everything that VIRIDIS stands for and our whole mission. So I think that we can safely assume that we can support theirs. If you'd like to read everything that you'll be signing, you feel free to read this, but you can scroll down to it. It'll go through. It tells you just the core values, the unifying vision, stable impact, fairness in action. This is what this DAO is about. It's what it's there for. It's what it started as and why they exist. So we're going to keep going down.
So if you have noticed, everything is transparent. So this is one of the core features a DAO actually brings, right, Donnie? Like everything you're sharing, everything you just said can be read there, and it's available for everyone who wants to just read through it, or in the best case, also join.
Absolutely. And I mean, this is on the website, but it's also in the NFT that we're going to be minting. So if you'll sign the manifesto, click on that. And if you'll notice on the bottom of her thing, it's like, do you have a crypto wallet? The reason we use MetaMask, see that little cat face, that little fox, it's always there. So we're going to connect our wallet to our very first thing so we can mint this NFT. So click it.
Okay.
And there's the account that you want to connect it to. And you can sign the message. And they're using the same protocol that we'll be using as well for VIRIDIS, because the unlock protocol just allows you to mint your NFTs in a very composable way. That means that we can do whatever we would like to do with the smart contracts in order to have time-bound roles, in order to give people participation. So you came to this, I can send you an NFT that's just for that. We can open up infinite mints, so you can get as many as you want, or you can limit them and have a very controlled amount of everything. So that's why we're going to be using Unlock Protocol as well. If you'll go ahead and sign the message, please.
I can do this while sharing my.
You can do this,
Okay.
no problem.
I wasn't sure whether it's the secret message again.
It's a good question, though. That's a great question.
I learned it, so it's important.
Because your public key is perfectly fine to share. It's completely secure as long as you have your private key safe, and we know not to share that with anybody ever for anything. It's good. This is what you're going to be handing out to people. When you're signing contracts, they'll be able to access your private or your public key. They'll be able to see that, but that's it. And that's how you're traceable also. That's how everything is traced, is through that public key. So go ahead and take it.
And in case you're totally new to the crypto scene, MetaMask will also walk you through what is your public key and what is your private key when you enter. Those were the steps we skipped earlier, but it literally shows you perfectly what is your private key and what is your public key. So only always share the public key. Never ever, doesn't matter who asks, share your private key. That's just for you.
Right. And when we're finished with this, I'll show you where you find your public key to share with people also. So go ahead and click next. We're aligned, right? Are you aligned? Do you want to grow the refi regen movement?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Okay.
So basically what just happened here is that Ini signed a part of a community, right? She agreed to be part of it. And for that, she's getting like an exclusive contract in a way. And this is what the NFT is, right? Which she's getting, Donnie.
That is true.
So I'm part of the Genossenschaft you were talking about.
That would be it. Let's see if I can come.
So this is an example of how easy you can basically join a project you believe in or you grow for, which is VIRIDIS also setting up. So we are trying to do the same with an NFT, which we will be able and happy to hand out to everyone who is following our mission.
And now it's just minting it on chain so that it goes directly into your wallet.
And minting doesn't mean, it means basically just creating in the virtual space. So it's creating right now an exclusive NFT, an exclusive contract for Ini to join the network.
And the way that I look at the NFTs, the easiest way to do it is just go to OpenSea, OPENSEA. Go to the login. No.
MetaMask.
MetaMask.
Okay. Now my password.
It's lagging on my side. I'm still at the MetaMask. It's kind of frozen. It should have popped up and given you the screen to log in. Okay. Perfect.
Yes.
And it did. You entered your password. You signed the permission, right?
Exactly.
Well, let's go to your account. Let's go to your profile. That little blue ball up there, or the green ball, right? Go to your profile. And it says you have 0 items in there. Look at more, the more button.
Yes.
On it, and go to hidden.
Oh, well, they are 2 hidden.
And there we have it.
Hi.
It will automatically hide things for you if it's not familiar with them. So
Okay.
you now have your 2 NFTs in your wallet. And that's exactly how we're going to be utilizing everything for VIRIDIS.
Okay, I see there questions popping up in the chat. Okay, Joseph is asking, what is OpenSea? So actually, welcome to our question and answer round. We probably have given you a lot of input throughout the last couple minutes. So maybe Donnie, you want to take up to this? What is OpenSea? How would you describe the difference between OpenSea and MetaMask? What just happened?
No, that's a really good question. Like OpenSea is just a place where you can view NFTs, non-fungible tokens, the images of what's there. So if you've ever seen in the news or anything about those crazy apes, they're everywhere, Bored Ape Yacht Club or something like that, or crypto punks or any of those types of things, all of those are also listed on OpenSea. It's just a space, a website that allows you to look at what's inside of a Web3 wallet, and in a very secure way, just so you can see what it is. You can also trade them, sell them, buy them directly from them. A marketplace for smart contracts.
So if it's a marketplace, you need something to actually, put in and see where it is, right? So what would that be, Donnie? What would I need in order to see the NFT in OpenSea?
Well, you need some cryptocurrency, but in order to be able to see your NFT, you just need to have an NFT.
And your public key, right? Or you need your public key in order to enter
wallet.
Your wallet. Exactly. There you go.
Thank you.
So this is the difference, right? MetaMask is basically the wallet. So imagine it as like being able to open a bank account. Everyone has already done that in their life. So you're opening a bank account, but a wallet in this case on MetaMask. And then you have something like, let's say, the stock exchange or something where you can list or see everything that's going on in whatever gives you access to. And this would then be OpenSea, right? Donnie, is that kind of like
That's absolutely
exactly, yeah. So for people who have actually never joined the Web3, this would be kind of an example of how it's basically used. So everyone who is also joining later on or doing this and watching the recording and doing it afterwards, you're also still getting an NFT for participation today. So this is something you can also do later on and actually grow the network. And if you also feel like being informed and staying up to date what is happening with VIRIDIS and our NFT once we're there, you're also free to, or you can, if you want to share your public ID, your public key with us, so we can put you kind of in our information list later on if there is something happening and you want to also receive our NFT.
Do you want to share your screen again quickly? I'm going to show you guys just quickly where you find your public key, because I realized I did not do that. I apologize. Okay, over here in the, let's go to your extension again there. Nope, your extension, the puzzle piece
Ah, okay.
right there. Yeah, and go to MetaMask. Let's open that up. Get this out of our way.
This is, by the way, always the way you can find your wallet. So this is basically the interface of your wallet.
And right up here at the top, underneath account,
Yes.
account right there.
Oh, okay.
That is where you find your public key that you can share with people if you want to receive, sell, buy, do whatever needs to be done. So when you're
Yes.
making your wallet,
So I'm just gonna share it with the group in the chat.
absolutely.
All right.
Thank you, Ini. We will then add you to our whitelist later on and keep you posted once VIRIDIS is at the same step as
Let's Grow DAO. Then we will be giving you your participation for this lovely webinar.
Oh, good question. What is a whitelist?
Ooh, a whitelist, that's just a reservation. That is where you have your wallet addresses kept by somebody that you want to participate in what they're doing. So the whitelist is where you give them your wallet address, they add it to their list. When it comes time to perform an action, they'll let you know, or they will airdrop, or they'll give you what it was that you were whitelisted for.
So it's basically the opposite of a blacklist where you don't want to land on because then you're not allowed to do things. This is the opposite. It's a whitelist. So you want to stay there and become part of it once it's happening. So thank you, Eric, also for sharing your public key with us. Are there any more questions also regarding how to set up the wallet or what we were saying? Be very eager to answer everything which draws a question mark into your face. So far, everyone stayed with us. So already thank you for that and the support. We hope you can, or most of you learned something from this. And
so I'm very happy to have my wallet and so on right now. My question is, how is it connected to the VIRIDIS? How does it come together? So is it a much longer process, or what would be the next steps?
Okay, well, in this case, the purpose of this was just, step 0 and kind of step 1, getting everybody familiar with what a wallet is and how it operates. How it connects to VIRIDIS is that we are going to be utilizing this technology, these NFTs and smart contracts, in order to program the money, the tokens, the currency into our entire infrastructure so that you have your own ownership and participation rights as a community, and for all of us to come together and have decision-making powers to work and operate together.
so in a very easy way to say, instead of buying shares or stocks from a company, you can buy tokens. So this is kind of the reference. Web 2 is basically stocks. Web 3 is tokens. And through actually this process, which we just walked you through, you are the only one who is actually able to buy something or to participate somewhere where you're the owner of your own data. So everything you do with VIRIDIS or with whoever, it's just between you two. But you can still see it with the whole community if you're joining the community. And what VIRIDIS is trying to do, we're trying to implement a new way of actually fostering business in itself. So we don't want to keep everything secret and kind of just for the company itself, or sometimes even secret within the companies. I mean, everyone who has worked with companies so far, they know the different apartments which don't really communicate with each other. And we want to create transparency, right? We want to create communication. We want to have everyone on the same page, literally. And through putting everything on Web 3, where this is all transparent and available for everyone who wants to be part of it, you can basically have access to see all of this. And this is why we started step 0, to basically show you how you would even be able to see all those things by setting up a wallet. And then in the best case, if you feel like it, become a part of VIRIDIS itself and see what we're doing and become a part of our cluster, of our community. And yeah. try to make the world a more trustful one.
Absolutely.
I like this.
There's an old saying, and I have to mention it here because Google in their operations always used to say, don't be evil, because they have so much power with the amount of data and everything that they have. So they would implore their employees and everybody to don't be evil. And this is the lovely thing about Web3 is it enables can't be evil, because everything is open, it is transparent, it is viewable. You can't be evil by operating inside Web3. And that's one of the reasons that I think it's very important that we all start moving towards this goal, this aim, so that there is infinite trust for everybody in a trustless world. Thank you guys so much. I'm being conscious of your time. It's now 6 o'clock.
We actually made it on time, literally 1 hour. Amazing.
And I wish you all a lovely evening and enjoy your Web3 world.
Bye,
Thanks
guys.
a lot, guys.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Danny.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks a
Bye.
lot.
Thank you
Bye-bye.
very much. Bye bye.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.